Hello guys and welcome to another Minecraft video by Smurf Masher. Today we're going to be building columns, or pillars if you want to call them that instead, and let's get cracking on with it. So, first things first, tiny little column here. Now I use these on the end of roof structures, so I've got a really overhanging roof. I put this under the sides of it just to give it a bit of structural support. You can use it in small guild halls and things like that to hold up a balcony. It's quite useful for those kind of things. So hopefully I don't need to explain this one. It's just chiseled stone brick, then you've got cobblestone wall, and then you've got a piece of fence, and this is the new end stick, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, so we've got one of those endy things that glows up, and then you've got your fence, and you've got a dropper here. Now that just gives it a nice taper and makes it a bit more interesting. And at the end, you've just got a polished piece of andesite at the top of it just to finish it off. Okay, and the next column, or pillar, is this one here. Now this one is quite simple still. There are only 5 blocks that make up this particular column up, and you need a stone slab, you need cobblestone stairs, you need chiseled stone bricks, you need a stone brick slab or 2, and you need polished andesite as well. So just quickly, you can pretty much see exactly how it is. And finally got a hopper on there. Again, it just gives you a nice drop down when you try to use that. Then finally polished andesite, and you've got some stairs around the top and polished andesite at the top just to cap it off. And then you can build 2 of those, and you can have an arch. You can do a number of different things with that. I still wouldn't say that that's quite big enough for like a substantial bridge or something like that, unless it was a very small river. Really, for that, you'd be looking for this column here, which is column number 3. Now, polished andesite on the bottom, there's 4 of them. Now, that goes the same on either side. Then you've got 2 stairs. And after you've got the stairs, you've got another 2 stairs on top of it. Now this bit's a bit tricky, because what you have to do is you have to build the stairs on top so that they've got that waist in the centre. And last time I did this, it just took forever. You know, you have to, oh no, it's wonky, and then you have to keep on doing it. And keep on doing it, eventually it binds around the middle, and you've got a nice thin column in the centre. Then what you do is there are 2 sets of stairs, here and here. Oh, no, sorry. No. Yes, okay. So then you've got a stair there, which is your waist. Always confuses me when... See what I was talking about when I was talking about the waist being a real pain in the neck. Come on. There you go. Right. Now, that gives you that gap under there. And then there are another set of stairs just on top of it. Okay, so these are just facing upwards, like so. You can only do this in one direction, so this side you've just got blank wall, but at the front you've got a little bit more detail. You could put a light source against this if they were flush against a wall, so if this was a wall, for instance, going all the way along behind it, and you trimmed off the back piece there, at the back here you could just put some glowstone in, which would give it a bit of extra lighting. Imagine the wall was flat behind it. Yeah, you'd see that popping up there. Okay. Let's put those chiseled stone bricks back in place. Then you've got 4 pieces of cobblestone wall. Then chiseled stone bricks again. And I've used anvils just to give it a bit more shape. Polished andesite and 4. And then you've got 2 stone steps upside down all the way around the top. Now if you put a light source in the top, because these are stairs, they leak light, which means that when you turn the light off, hopefully this works now, let's turn it to nighttime. Wow, it's like being a god or something. Let there be light. And there you go. It glows through it. And that's quite useful. Gives it a nice interesting impression if you're using that for a lighting source that's hidden. I'm going to set it back to day again. And there you go. Right, the third one is a bit more complicated, obviously, because it's a bit bigger. With this one, I'm going to tear it apart a little bit so you can see how I built this. So, pattern you want to use is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a square. It's just a great big square. I'll get rid of this so you can see that easier. So 5 that way, 5 that way. You don't have to duplicate the dirt because that's not the most exciting bit and you don't see it. And then just put that in there. So 2 stone bricks and put a cobblestone stairs in the centre. Then bury the mud that's underneath here. Put 2 stone brick blocks, 1 step, and do the same all the way around, and a site in the block in the centre. And then you should have a 3 by 3 section here, the middle of which is filled with a chiseled slab, a chiseled block. Can't talk properly today, I apologise. Right, so there's 2 of those going up, and you're going into a little cross then. Then it's 2 steps, 1 down, 1 upside down, so you get that nice little C effect. Not like the ocean, you know, like the letter C, backwards or forwards. And then andesite, polished andesite, and what did I use here? That's a little bit interesting. That is polished diorite. I'm not sure if I say that right. Diorite? Anyway, polished white stuff with a bobbly texture. And then you've got what you want to do here is you want to do the C with the stairs again. So you just do that shape there, like that, but with the right ones. That's stone stairs. 2 pieces of wall. Stairs again in the C, 2 pieces of wall, and I forgot to do it on this one. I was just doing that so I could show you. Honestly, it wasn't a mistake, it was like intentional. Yeah, it really was. And again, because you've got stairs there, they leak light, so I've hidden some glowstone underneath there as a little hidden light source. Everybody likes hidden light sources, don't they? And then we've got polished diorite, we've got polished andesite in the centre, polished diorite, and that's in banks of 3 all the way around. Stairs upside down, 3 of those either side, just to bring it out by 1 block. Then you've got 2 andesites going down. You leave a gap in the centre. You put andesite behind it at the back, and you put stairs in there, and cobblestone wall, and just trim that off, as you see there, with the chiseled bricks, and then a half slab in between. That is that column. Right, now we're on to the big one. This big one is a big column. Right, so this is the last column. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you this in stages with a number of pre-built sections that I've dotted around a map. The reason I've done this is because this is my 4th time trying to do the tutorial section for this last column, and if I was confused, I think you guys will be as well. I just want it to be as easy as possible for you to follow, yet be a quick and fast, snappy tutorial video for you. So hopefully you guys can follow, and right, let's begin. Right, so what we're going to do is first let's figure out what the base looks like, and it looks like this. So you want 3 blocks, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. Okay. Once you've done that, you then want to build the rest of the structure that you see here. So it goes up another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks on each end, and it goes up with polished andesite. So that's 2 because there's 1 underneath already. 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Okay. Do that on each end. So 6 blocks. Okay. Once you've done that, you'll have this section here, and you want to fill in the middle bits here. So just go through here. You do it the same height. One, 2, and obviously this end piece has already been raised up. So these 3 are inside the frame that you've already put down at the bottom on the bottom layer. Like so. Put 1 extra one there just to finish off the T on each one, because it's got to mirror what's on the bottom. Like so. Put 1 there. this is where it does subtract slightly from the bottom. You put an extra block there just to give it a squared edge. So looking from that vertically, you should have this shape. Ignore these ones sticking up, just what's at the bottom there. Okay. Right. Once you've done that, you want to go in one from the T and go up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Do that all the way around. 2, 3, 4 blocks. And then you want to turn that into a diamond shape at the top, like this. See, this is easy. I don't see why it took me 4 attempts to do this tutorial. Oh dear. I need to get more practice maybe. Or maybe some sleep. Maybe sleep would help. Who knows. Right, okay. Once you've done that, what you then want to do is you want to fill it in with diorite. And that is this section here that you see on this completed column here. If you see it on here, it's on there. So just go. Just the ones that are hanging off the top. Bring that down, all the way down there. You'll have an empty block here. And what we're going to do is we are going to put a light source in there. Now you can use glowstone. I'm going to use glowstone. And then I'm going to put an iron trapdoor on top. Like so. Do that on each corner. Bring down the diorite. Polished diorite. And there you have it. Do that on the other 2 corners. Now we can go on to the next construction. So we've already built this bottom piece here with the T at the top and T in the bottom. We've got the pieces that come up here with the joining pieces here with the diorite. Just going to put the glowstone in on this. Like so. And we won't bother with that side because the rest of it is exactly the same. Right, once you've done that you can get up to the next level. So you'll have the triangle in the centre and you're going to fill that with diorite. Like this. Okay, so just do a triangle with diorite. Only do it for 1 layer at the moment. So just to show you on this. Like that. All the way around and do it 1 layer. Okay. Then what you do is on the end pieces, you go all the way up to the sky, as high as you want, because this is a very flexible design. The swirl pattern that goes around the centre will work regardless of how high or how short you make it. Obviously it looks better at different heights and you want to get the ratio the same if you can, but it will be adaptable. So if you've got a really big chasm or if you've got a big lake that you want to cross, you can make these columns as high or as short as you need to make it work with the terrain that you're trying to bridge. So on this design over here, which you've been building with me, you just literally just go up as high as you want like this. Just do that on the end pieces only. Okay, and once you've done that, you do diorite on these sections here, and so on. This would also be polished andesite, and so on. Okay, all right. Now we're up to the stage of this new piece here. Now what you need to do is detail it, which is the fun bit, obviously. So get your stone brick stairs, put that in that place there and there. You want to also put 3 on the bottom row down here, and obviously on this side as well. And here and here. And on this section, nope, just there. There you go. Right. Alright, now you've done that, we can basically mirror the construction that's on the left hand side. So you get yourself some cobblestone wool, put that on not that section. Put the stair in the wrong place. I have been doing this far too many times. If we fill in these sections here with half slabs, like so, well, that looks better, doesn't it? Right, now, get your cobblestone wall, put it in there, get some hoppers, place those directly on the cobblestone wall so that the bottom of the hopper actually connects to the wall. Now you're going to want to get yourself a column, a quartz block. Now to get it right, point it upwards so that the lines are in the right direction, and have it link up at the top of the hoppers. Put cobblestone wall here, and here, here, and here. Okay, that is all the detail that you need to do on that section. Put these in a bit too early, haven't we? Okay. Cobblestone stairs. Follow that all the way around. And I have made a mistake with the lights, but as this is attempt number 4, we're gonna just go around that and fix it in the video. You don't have to follow this exactly. I haven't. Okay, right. Now you have to join those in here so that they make the connections in the same way. And now this is where you put the glowstone. Get your glowstone. Get your trapdoors again. Put glowstone in there. Trapdoor. Glowstone. Trapdoor. Right. Now I'm going to just do that on this one so it's the same. I used sea lanterns on the other build, but I think I prefer the glowstone. Don't see it much either, but yeah, they're both decent blocks for this. You can use whatever you wish. Get your cobblestone stairs, stick those on the ends, like so. Right, and now we are at the interesting bit. Let me just give you a quick twirl around the bottom of the completed one so you can see exactly where the block should be. Feel free to pause at any section if you want to take a screenshot, make sure you got it right. Okay, brilliant. Now these purple bits and also these cobblestone wall sections are what we're going to do next. So we're going to start in the same place as we did on this build, which was over here. Oh no, it's actually down here. So go down to whatever coloured clay you want to use. I'm going to use purple hardened clay. Place this here. And there. Yep. That is actually incorrect. Okay, well, we'll start here. Place this here. So do 2 there, and then do 1 purple block just to the left hand side of the block facing it. Right, now take that out, take that out, and then each time you take out a block you go up 1, 2, 3, go up 1, 1, 2, 3, go up 1, 1, 2, 3, go up 1, and so on. And I'll fast forward it from this point on. Now if you look at it from the front, that matches the other one, which is always a relief, especially 4 times into the video. Now what you want to do next is get your cobblestone wall. Now what we're going to do here is at each point where there's a gap of 3, we're going to put a cobblestone wall piece in, like this. And then that will naturally make it swirl around in exactly the same way as the bricks did, but a layer in. It gives us a little bit more detail and attracts the eye a little bit more. Okay, great. So now we've got through that part of the build. All we need to do now is put the top onto the tower. Okay, now that you've done the swirl pattern around the core of the column, we can finish the top of the column. Now, this could easily be a tower if you wanted it to be. It's not very functional because you can't actually run up and down it, but if you just want it for decorative purposes, this would make a great little watchtower. You could put a burning torch on the top of it, lookout tower. Yeah, you could turn it into lots of different things. Change the styling slightly however you want. Once you've got the fundamentals of this, you can do a lot with it. Also, these can be multiple different things. I mean, for instance, if you're building science fiction, you could turn this particular tower into, say, an AT-AT leg or an AT-AT leg. It wouldn't take much modification. So, you know, just bear in mind, you can use these for lots of different purposes. Right, let's wrap up the video and finish the top of this tower here. So, all we need to do is just put an andesite layer on the top here. Like so. Okay, then get cobblestone stairs, put that on the tips of the andesite blocks on each end, like so, and have andesite blocks facing forward at each end. So each three is facing forward on each end of the column, like that. Right, next thing you don't want to do is chiseled stone blocks. Just lay those directly on top of the diamond shape you just created. Like so. Get your polished andesite, and this time we're going to go up 2. We're going to take one of these out in a little while. That's a mistake, isn't it? Oh, wait. No, that's right. Sorry. Yep. So, going with the chiseled stone bricks. Then we're going to do a layer of andesite directly on top of all of those. Diorite. There you go. Get mixed up with the blocks. We've been at this for a few hours now, so getting a bit block blind, I suppose you could call it. Go with your cobblestone stairs again. Same pattern that you did before. Just bringing it out one more layer. This time, because it's gone one extra layer out, you're only doing 3 outwards with the steps, and then one of these is a slab. So get your cobblestone slab, put that in the gap that we've got left. Because otherwise, if you didn't do that, you'd end up with one facing the wrong way, and yeah, it doesn't look so good. And adds a bit more detail. It's best to break up any shapes if you can. Right, now put your diorite on top. Andesite. I'll be glad when this tutorial is finished. Almost done. There you go. Right. Cobblestone wall, just on the ends. There you are. Okay, fill the rest in. An extra block there and there, okay? So you end up with this shape on the top. And we've got the final layer to go. So just put your polished diorite on the top again. Just lay it directly onto the layer you've already placed, just on the outer layer. There you go. And finally, cobblestone stairs. Similar to what we did before. Bring it out. And we're going to go double up on these. So they're both sticking out there. And we're going to do the same thing again with the slab. And that is it. What you can do as a final step is just put some, if you put glowstone next to the wall, or sea lanterns, it's up to you, just to give it some illumination through that little gap that you have there. And there you go. That is it. A number of different towers that you can build, a number of different columns you can use, and I hope you find them useful. I hope this tutorial has been of help. Let me know if the format for this worked out for you. I've tried to speed it up a little bit with a couple of preformed sections. Tell me if you could follow it okay, or if I can shorten it and make it quicker. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and like. And these videos do take a bit of time. I'm going to get quicker at them, and I hope that you see some improvement as I keep on pumping out more videos in the weeks to come.